everyone, good morning. It's Cindy and I'm working again on the Terry and the Caterpillars project. I thought I would show you a little progress that I made. So I got all of the signatures washi taped here, including this one where I put the washi tape on the inside rather than on the outside. So those are ready to go. 5 of the folios with two folios in each of the signatures. So I thought today I might work on the front cover. And I also selected a couple things, one thing that I think I want to use a bit in here. I have this Stamperia Spring Botanic kit paper collection, and I thought I would use a bit of it in here because it's kind of like, I think it goes really well with the theme. And I'm going to use up some paper. They're so sticky. I guess they have to be, but yeah, I'm going to fold it down. I'll see what pages I want to use out of this. I don't think I'll use the entire collection. We'll see. It's really pretty. I like the journal cards. Those are really pretty. And they're double-sided, which is nice. I think I'll use the journal cards in this. That would be nice. There's tags. That's a little busy. I think I do like the entomology page. Those are beautiful. Okay. Maybe this one would be good. I might use this one too, but I'll do something here on the back of it. I'm always like happy that they print something on the back of the cover, but then usually I want to use the parts from the cover in collage, but I really like this paper, so I think I will maybe jelly print or something on the back. Maybe about page 2 would be nice. I don't want it to be too similar. It's not. Okay. Okay. This page, I don't think it goes with the theme. And all the ephemera goes, but I think I only want to use so much of it. I don't like my journals to be too much based on a single kit. I like them to kind of shine beyond, the use of elements from paper kits. So actually, I'm not going to put that back in the plastic. I have an aversion to plastic. Okay, so that's good. Now, I also, I did do some paper dyeing yesterday, some yellowy paper, some green paper. So I want to use one of each of these. Not that one, because that one has the sun. This one. Okay. Get the paper out of here. I want to use those to do my collaging on the front cover. But let's get these folded so that we know. Now I will have to trim them by 1 inch of depth inward, which is okay, I think. Because this book is about 8 by 5. Cut those out, and this one. Okay. So I'll put these aside now and maybe work on the cover collage. Just gotta grab my Mod Podge, which is right over here. And I have to get it open, which is never fun. Here we go. It's coming now. It's such a big cap for my hand. Ugh, I don't have big hands. It's hard to uncap these giant lids. Let's get the goober off there. Okay. Alright, so now just some casual kind of collage. And I think what I want to do is maybe tear a few strips of this. Okay, same with this one. Okay. So then I'm just going to cover the bottom of the book down here over all the words with a layer of Mod Podge. A little bit uneven because I want it to sort of mirror the grass a little bit. So I had a nice morning breakfast with the family. Yesterday we went, had a few errands to run, and we went through an area that we like to go to take the kids to this lovely playground. But then we stopped by a nice farm store and bought some corn, which was great. It's corn, you know, fresh, yummy corn season. And got some, my daughter picked out some other things, some really lovely apples, big apples, and fresh field blueberries and raspberries. It needs to be a little longer. I just want to sharpen the edge a little more. There we go. Stay. Okay. Where are my scissors? There they are. Just going to snip these edges here. And we stopped into a really nice little bakery and got some goodies for car snacks. And that was fun. Because if it's one thing about little kids is snacks are like a big deal. So we try to get healthy snacks for the car. Okay, that one is stuck down, that's good. And I need a thin or yellow bit. Let's just tear that hard edge. There were some really challenging kids at the playground though, like teenage boys who were just like going absolutely crazy on the equipment. They have like this park that it was actually built by a fundraiser that like a family of like a very, very sick like woman who I believe has now passed away. It's like a memorial park. And they built it in her honor to be like an accessible, like primarily an accessible park, but it is, you know, a playground. So there's a lot of accessibility equipment there, which is really nice. I wish that more parks did that kind of thing. And these teenage boys were just like really abusing the equipment. It was very intense to be around. I'm like always of the mind, you know, like I don't try to parent other people's kids unless they're either in danger or about to cause danger to my child or another child, like, you know, by hurting them in some way. But yeah, it was pretty tough not to say much, but like I was just like, okay, well, you know, nobody else is saying anything. I'm just not going to like jump in on this situation. But if I feel like someone's going to get hurt or that maybe they're actually going to break the equipment, I might, you know, do something like go over and say, excuse me, you know, my son would like to use this swing or something, to just try to stop them from annihilating the equipment. But eventually, like right as I was kind of getting to my peak of annoyance, they wrapped up and moved along, which I was thankful for, because I was really not in the mood for that conflict at all. But I don't know, you know, that's that age, right, where like you're just like bored and wild. And this is like a really kind of rural community, and the kids there I think are very bored, and also because of a few factors, I think many of them are raised with a bit of inability to make like the right kinds of decisions for themselves, which I won't get into. It's another story for another day. But like, yeah, definitely some like unmoderated teenage energy, like that isn't getting enough to do. So I felt for them. It's hard when you live in a town like that. I know what that's like. I grew up in a very, very small village, and I think that, you know, the other, oops, one sec. The other like teenagers that were around my area when I was a young teenager, when I was like 13, 14, they honestly felt like too much for me. Like they were just into things that I just didn't have the energy for, the capacity for. Just, it was not my energy. And I also just knew, like, this is going to get me in trouble. Like, I did not have the same kind of freedoms that a lot of kids did, which is another story. But, yeah, it was a little tough to watch. And I was just really hoping that no one got, you know, really mad at them and went over and, you know, started a conflict. Because, yeah, that in itself is a hard thing, too. Like, when you've got kids present, right, you don't want to look like aggression is the answer, because it's not. And this is why I often tell my husband that I don't like playgrounds. I'm always like, it's a mixed bag for me. I enjoy kids socializing. I don't enjoy parenting other kids or feeling like I need to say anything to other people's children, because it's not my role. But a lot of parents, I don't know, we live in a very distracted world, right? And I think the distractions, I don't even necessarily blame people. Like, I think you see a lot of different situations, and I don't really make judgments, but it's, and I shouldn't say but, I definitely don't make judgments, because I know that you never know what someone else is dealing with. And I've seen a lot of situations where I can tell that there are some parents who just don't get any respite whatsoever, and that their kids, some of them have, you know, particularly higher needs, and I see very exhausted parents, and that's definitely gotten worse in the last couple of years. I think I see it as a little bit worse. Okay, so that is done for now. This isn't done. We're going to do a lot more with this to make it kind of blend in. Like, I'm especially interested in these very tiny little black lines and these little tiny flowers. I'm going to try my hand, I think, at trying to do some of that down here, and then taking these little accents of orange and adding those little drawn flowers and butterflies. So I will probably come back to that. I may also add like a journal, like a metal journal plate. But I'm going to go wash this brush. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Now I want to cut some paper for the signatures, and I need to measure this again. I need to remember. Okay, so this is, I'm going to say the paper can be 5.5 by 8 3/4. Okay, that's good. So let's cut this down and decide what we want to do here. So 8 3/4. 5.5. And we'll have some cute little scraps left over, which is nice. I might do something with these strips. I often don't bother to keep them these days. I'm not one of those people who keeps every last scrap. I don't have time. I don't have the free time to like spend all my life making these teeny little things with little scraps. Okay. But these are pretty scraps, so I'll maybe use them for a little woven paper, this or that. All right, and then we have these lovely scraps. So set those aside. I'll just check this one. Is it this one? Yeah, some nice little bits on there that I'll probably want to use. Okay, so those are pages. And which one is it that I need to do something with the back of? This one. So we'll get rid of the guillotine, I think, now. And I may actually just glue paper down on here. That could be nice. I could find a nice sheet of thin paper to glue on there. I've even got this scrap of this green, but it's not quite big enough. I'll figure it out after. I think I want to now maybe cut these journal cards out real quick. Okay, so I have a bit of a busy day ahead of me. It's those hours before the workday begins, so it's early morning for me right now. But I do have some meetings today and my family doctor follow-up that I scheduled for my daughter to just kind of sit down and recap everything that happened. She still seems very good and healthy now. Seems to be over whatever this was. I want it to stay that way because she's starting swimming lessons next week. This week what I want to do is I want to try to get some eco printing done, and I want to work on, I need to put a new roof on my little free library because it's been about, I don't know how many years now, like probably 9 years we've had that little free library, and it needs a new roof. And I also want to replace the door and put a new latch. I actually met some nice new neighbors yesterday who were at our library, and that was nice. It's always a nice way to kind of like meet neighbors. I think they sort of instantly look at you as someone who's, you know, community oriented, which I like. I think it kind of opens like a door, like a bit of an icebreaker, right? And that's nice. All right. And I also have to do some grocery shopping, which isn't my favorite thing, but these are so cute. Yay, yeah, they're going to be very cute in this book. Alright, now I think what I'll do is go through the pages that I have left over for ephemera and decide what I want to make with them. So this one, we have to choose between this image and this image, and I like this one. And I think what I want to do with it, maybe, is make like a fun, maybe like a tall kind of like journal card, or maybe a pocket. This is a really cute pocket. But I was thinking of making like a journal card that was kind of shaped like this, and then putting that at the top, and then you'd have writing space underneath here. But it is also pretty perfect for a pocket. So what I'm going to do is just check, are there any word snippets that I want here? For the book. I kind of think this caterpillar is cute, so maybe I will grab a couple word snippets for the book. And then maybe from the apple tree. Then I need to back this with a bit of paper. I think I'll put some green thread in my sewing machine maybe. I think I have brown in there right now, which would also be fine. And I think that I want this to be a bit of a freeform shaped pocket. And then I'm going to grab I have this nice green ink I think I want to use. There we go. Pocket number 1. And then this is so cute. I think I definitely want it to be a tag. So I'm going to just pull off this little bit of extra on the side here. And maybe a little on this side too. Definitely think I'll be stitching around a lot of these, maybe embellishing them a little bit more than what they are. I need to find some kind of, I have yarn that might work. To find what ribbon I want to put on this tag. That could be very cute too. Yeah, I think I like that. I think I'll go with that. I'll just snip a little snip of that. And I'll attach that when I'm stitching. Okay. So this one isn't all that interesting necessarily. It's kind of like the parents just kind of hanging around. Although it does kind of lend itself to the story, so it could be a cute little tuck spot. Yeah, let's do that. Let's use this. Let me see if there's anything here. Maybe cocoons, good night. Look at the cocoons. Let's do look at the cocoons. Excited to go through all of my fun nature books and pick more interesting pages for this journal. I'm kind of looking forward to that part. Selecting all the signatures, putting all the dyed paper in. I think that's kind of my favorite part, is like putting the signatures together, as well as making the ephemera. So again, this will be more of a free-form upper tuck spot, I think. And I forgot to want to ink around this one. I just like to give a little continuity. When I choose like an ink for a book, I like to follow through. Even if I'm going to add other inks later, I like to have kind of a base if I can in some of my books. This is a great illustration here, but also here. I like this old phone, and I really like this image of the mom. I think it's really cute. So I think that's what I'm going to use, and I'm going to make a journal card with it that is also a freeform shape. So we'll grab the top here. And I think I'll grab this little word snippet, just everyone knows moths. Glue this down. Like on both sides, perfect. Today I'm on the hunt for a certain kind of box for a project that I want to do. It's It'd probably take me a while to find one. Especially seeing as I'm not going thrifting. All right. Well, that's really cute. So is that. That would be a nice little cluster, but that would be a good little pocket. And I think I want to go with the pocket because I need pockets all through the winter. A beautiful moth was sitting on a stick. Let's grab that. Okay. Use up all this scrap paper I've got hanging around here. Yesterday was really beautiful in the morning. I thought it was going to be a cool day, but it ended up getting extremely hot. So we didn't spend a lot of time at the playground because my daughter was feeling kind of exasperated. I think she's still like recovering a little bit. She doesn't have 100% of her energy back yet, but pediatrician said, you know, that's fine. She's had kind of a double whammy of not feeling well. So give her some time to just, you know, normalize, and we'll keep watching. But my son was having a blast in the sandbox playing with other kids, and that was nice. Okay. A nice picture too. I think that'll be another pocket. The books like this, I often find I do quite a few pockets with this stuff, and then I use something else to do other ephemera. That's good. Now we need paper. We try to use some paper bag. I've got so many paper bags to use up right now. All right. This one I'll make kind of a free-form shaped pocket as well. There we go. Okay, so I think, what time are we at? Okay, so it is time that I wrap up for now, but we did make a few little things here. So my next stage is going to be getting these, the ones that I want to stitch around, stitched, and then, you know, getting some signatures together. So I think I'll probably do that next. I'll probably make another video with some of that. I won't do too much of it without you. But yeah, thank you for hanging out with me. Sorry if this is a little bit of a short video. It's just a weird time of day. So I will be back again shortly with another little video on Terry and the Caterpillars. Have a great day. Bye for now.